Hi there, I'm Martha Van Dam with Living Beyond, and welcome to a new video series that I'm calling Words of Wisdom from Walt Disney World. And why Walt Disney World, you might think. It's not, I don't have little children in the house. My kids are grown, although I do have grandchildren, and it's not just because I happen to enjoy vacationing there. But if you've ever paid any attention to what is going on, what Disney World is, if you think about it, it's this huge corporation and as well as a highly successful corporation. But it all started with one man's vision and one man's dream. And then this one man who brought his team in with him, and that team grew and grew. And so as his dreams began to take life, he also had all this drive and all this dedication. And so you see in the Disney Corporation and what Disney has done worldwide at this point, you see what can happen when one person has an idea, and that idea turns into somewhat of a dream, and then they start working with it, and they start bringing in people, and they keep with the drive and the determination, and you see what can come out of it. And I'm not just talking about a multi-billion-dollar corporation. I'm thinking also about the millions of individuals and families that go to those Disney parks year after year, and they make wonderful memories for themselves and with their loved ones. And so there's something to this. And I also can feel it when we go into the property. There's some special things that go on there. So I've begun this list, and we'll start with today. Topic number one is something that Walt Disney himself seemed to do, which was always go the extra mile. And he said, we have a quote from him. He said, "Whatever you do, do it well." When you go on to a Disney park, you see that in spades every place you go. The flower arrangements are over the top beautiful and creative and a little different maybe from what you might see in your standard garden variety store. The buildings that are made to look like maybe another time in Frontierland, or maybe another country if you're in Animal Kingdom or Epcot, they genuinely look like you've been transported into those places. It's these extra mile things that he did, and then that the corporation has done, that draws people back over and over again. Because when you get into a park, you genuinely feel like you've left the troubles and the frustrations and just the busyness of your life behind. You feel ensconced in this completely different place. To me, that is encouraging and that is inspiring. Now, I'll admit, while I'm there in the park, it's relaxing and it's fun. But I bring that idea home with me, and I think, what is going over the extra mile look like for me? What does it look like in my business? What does it look like in the work that I'm trying to do, both financially, from the financial part of my business, and from the reaching people and making a difference in people's lives? So our wisdom point for today from Wisdom Words with from Walt Disney World is go the extra mile. And in the words of Walt Disney himself, whatever you do, do it well. Think for a minute just today about what you're doing, your business, your home, your hobbies, the people you're involved with, and ask yourself, where are there any places that I could up my game just a little bit, that I could go the extra mile, that I could give just a little bit more? I'm not suggesting in the tiniest bit of a way that idea of going into that perfectionism where we're nothing but exhausted and stressed and anxious. But I am talking about a mindset that involves, I want to do this right, and I want to do it well. So I'm suggesting you think about that a little bit today. I think about it regularly when I go into my office. A way that you might want to think about this is go into your office or go into your home or go wherever it is that you're applying yourself, and ask yourself, what would it feel like if I were someone new coming in for the first time? Sometimes I like to do that in my office. I like to go sit in my waiting room and sit there for a minute, and then think, what if I were waiting on an appointment, what would this room feel like? And that's what's helped me to remember to put low lighting that doesn't feel harsh and institutional, like it's coming from the ceiling. And that's what's helped me to put little fountains with music. I mean, I'm sorry, little fountains with the sound of water running, because water running is a peaceful sound. And of course, little candies or little snacks in the office. Then I've gone and sat in my own office, and I've sat in the sofa or in the chairs where my clients sit instead of at my desk. And I've sat from that vantage point and thought, okay, what does this look? And I realized some things, especially in my office. I realized that from the vantage point of the sofa, the stuff that I stick under my desk, my purse and an extra pair of shoes and whatever else in my bag with my books and things, well, that looks kind of cluttered and messy. It doesn't look finished and even professional. So it made a change. Let's put ourselves in the other person's perspective, from the other person's perspective, and get an idea of how we can go the extra mile so that the experience of the other person is what we want it to be. Over the top and wonderful. You have an over the top and wonderful day. Thanks, and bye-bye.